All right, hey there, good morning. 9:48 in the morning and getting the show on the road, and man, this thing just seems super wide. Yeah, man, I gotta be right here to be right up on me. But anyways, hey, I'm starting this filming on a new camera and haven't had a lot of opportunity to mess with this thing just yet. So this is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. A lot like a GoPro camera, but a lot better than a GoPro camera, it seems like initially. We'll see. I got this camera because of its low light capabilities, and I was testing that already, and it seems like those are really good. And when it comes to like urban exploration, I feel like this camera is going to be really good for that as well. It's very small and all that. But anyways, enough about all of that. Hey, we're getting ready to go meet with a guy by the name of Ramos, who is currently homeless and who I've just recently gotten an opportunity to begin to get to know a little bit. And this person actually comes to us via Jellico. Jellico told me about this guy. He knows this guy very well. I've talked to this guy on the phone once or twice so far. He seems like he's got a sensible head on his shoulder, very well-spoken and articulate, and I'm not really sure the ins and outs of what's going on with him and why he's homeless. I do believe that addiction plays into that, but I don't know to what extent. So I wanted to bring the van with me today, and you know, we had bad weather in the area. It's starting to improve now. It's actually getting sunny out, but it's going to be windy. I wanted to bring the van and start doing something that somebody had posed in the comments section. They said, you should use the van as a podcast, a mobile podcast thing. And I said, oh my God, that's a great idea. We can call it the struggle bus. But the problem is I keep forgetting. I've been wanting to take the van the last couple of days, but the back tire is completely split. I don't trust driving it down the street. And I need to go get that tire fixed. I'm going to do that this upcoming week, and that'll give me more time to clean out the van and set it up for actually utilizing it as a mobile podcast and filming location. And we're going to start using that this upcoming week. I feel like I got to hold this camera very close to me because right here at arm's length, I mean, that thing is far away. But anyways, we're going to try to utilize this camera. I did bring all of my camera gear with me for meeting Ramos and beginning to start trying to hear and feature his story. So we'll see how it all works out. The short of it is, right this second, is where I got to go to meet him is all the way down at the ocean front. And that's a hump. So let's get the show on the road and share more when we get there. 25 miles till empty. All right, so I'm up in the general location of where I'm going to be meeting this guy Ramos at, and I'm at this massive public parking lot for the convention center out the ocean front, and I'm parked way back in Timbuktu. So we're going to walk and try to go meet this guy Ramos. I need gas in the truck, and yeah. All right, so we do got some wind today. Actually, we got a lot of wind today. I got this guy on this selfie stick, which is crazy because this thing is already so far like the wide angle, and just it films so far away from me already. I really don't even need this, but just to show you guys this area. So there's the convention center right there. The bus stop I'm supposed to be meeting him at is way over there somewhere, and again, just wide open stuff right here. If anybody comes and asks us what we're doing, I'm gonna tell them we're filming a TikTok dance video. So you're gonna notice we got the jet noise we're right by the base where the jets are, and hopefully this audio is going to be okay. We do have wind. This thing is supposed to have a built-in windscreen. I haven't been able to figure out how to take the little muffler off yet to check it out, but whatever. I do have mics and everything that we need to get good footage, but we're going to take this camera with us. I'm going to hit up this guy Ramos right now and tell him that we are here and we're parked and we're getting ready to go walk over to the bus stop right now. So let's give this guy a call and see where he's at. Hey Ramos.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hey, I'm parked over here by the convention center. I believe that I saw the bus stop. It's right there on the side street by the convention center, right?
Correct. Yep, it's on the one side of the convention center.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over there now. I'm parked pretty far away from it. I had to find somewhere to park at. I probably could have parked closer, but
Okay.
Are you over there now?
I'm over here now.
All right, perfect. I'll be coming.
Towards the convention center right now.
All right, perfect. Just meet me at the bus stop. I want to get some footage of the bus stop.
All right, sounds good.
All right, I'll see you in a minute.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye. Cool, Ramos is there. Let's go ahead and head over there and go meet this guy. Try to hear his story and try to hear his story. I didn't know anything else to say. All right, lock up the truck. All right, folks, adventure time. Here we go. Y'all let me know what this audio is like. Again, it's windy as shit. So this is definitely gonna be the test on how this camera performs without additional mics. You know what? I probably ought to bring the mics just in case we decide to do some filming over there. All right, we're good to go now. So we're gonna stress test this camera today. What is the quality like video-wise? GoPro style cameras, these action cameras, usually are very hit or miss. I did a lot of research on this InstaPro Ace Pro 360, and I like what I was seeing about, especially with the low light capabilities. I know that this thing is probably not going to be good with the wind, but again, I brought my good mics to try to combat against that. And another thing that I want to know is, what's the battery life like on this camera? Because I've only got this one battery. I do have it fully charged, and usually with these action cams, these batteries go pretty quickly. I can see the bus stop. It's right over there, if that's the right bus stop. I don't see anybody at that bus stop. Is there another bus stop that I'm missing? He said Parks Avenue and 19th Street. He said he was gonna walk over to the convention center. I asked him to just meet me at the bus stop, you know, because I wanted the aesthetics of that. Maybe there's another bus stop. I've been meaning to get the show on the road and take us to the ocean front, which is where we're pretty close to, because the stories that we could find down here, oh my God, there's gonna be a ton of them. Today is certainly not an ideal day for that. It's a little chilly, and of course the wind. Let's see if we can capture some cool shots with this. Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna take a little getting used to with this camera. All right. I also like the smallness of this camera. All right, well, oh wait, there is another bus stop. So there's one right there and there's one right here. All right, so maybe he's at that one. Yeah, so there's a bus stop right there, and then there's a bus stop right there, but that doesn't look like there's anybody at that bus stop neither. Oh, there's a lot of bus stops. Okay. All right, there's a whole row of them right there. Look at this convention center. Wow. We're out here, folks. I'm tired of sitting in front of the damn computer and just filming reaction videos. I want to get out and about and do things. Show you this as well too. So there's actually some apartments right there. We could go see if we could get some painting work over there. I'm kidding. I don't know if that's him or not. There's somebody standing over there smoking a cigarette. Let me try to call him. I'm here at the third bus stop. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, there's the third bus stop right there. That's a guy right there. Ramos?
Yes, sir.
Hey, thought that might be you.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, we found our guy. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm all right. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm Joe. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, let's go over here.
Yeah.
Wow, carrying everything with you.
Yeah. Well, yesterday it was a bad storm out here, so I went to go stay with a buddy, and yeah, that's where I am right now. Like a rolling stone, I guess.
I mean, it's unfortunate. It does look like you have a couple of things with you. It looks like you got some food items right here.
Yeah, I definitely got food stamps. That's one thing I did when I got released from jail is apply for food stamps. So.
Forgive me for throwing the camera right in your face. That's usually my MO, though. I come from no type of a bad place or anything like that. I like to hear people's stories. I just want to go ahead and put it out there. You and I, we come together via Brett.
Definitely. Very good guy.
And I've known him for a long time. You said that you met him while you were in jail.
Yes, just a couple months ago.
If you don't mind me asking, what were you locked up for?
Stolen car. I borrowed a car from a friend, a so-called friend, and then next thing you know, when I went to go visit my family in Pennsylvania, they I guess reported the car stolen, and yeah, that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's all it takes, honestly. All right, so we found a little bit of shelter right here at the bus stop. You wanted to meet me at this bus stop. You're just leaving from a homeless shelter or organization, I should say, a church organization called Pin Ministries.
Yes, very good ministry and help.
Have you dealt with them?
This is my third time dealing with them. I got a hot meal one time. I did my laundry over there, and then another meal.
And where are they at in relation to here? Pretty close, like walking distance?
Yeah, walking distance, probably about 20 minutes from here.
Man, that's all right. Where were you taking the bus to?
General booth area.
And that's basically your stomping ground?
Yeah, that's where I stay at.
Well, I'm parked over here. If you want to roll with me, I can give you a ride over there. We can hang out for a little bit. I'd like to hear some of your story if you don't mind sharing it. Put a couple dollars in your pocket for doing so, and who knows what comes of this.
Definitely.
Heck yeah. Well, Ramos,
More than a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Definitely.
We'll go ahead and grab your stuff, and we'll go this way.
Sounds good to me.
It was crazy. The state police just rode right past us, and we both kind of were looking at them, and you know.
Always gotta be caught.
Just one of them things. All right.
That's right.
I'm not going to film no more on this camera. Ramos and I, we're going to walk to the truck, and then we're going to go somewhere and film with him, hear some of his story, and get on some better cameras and mics just in case this doesn't sound or look that great.
Looking at myself, I'm like,
All right, so I'm going to use the phone for this ride just in case anything is talked about. Sometimes you'll talk about something when you're not filming and you don't get that again.
Gotcha.
But Ramos, you let me know which way to go here, the easiest way to do this. And I know obviously we got to get out of here first.
Yeah. If I take General Booth, I think it's Mediterranean or something like that. That's all the way down. As soon as you get out of here, make a right.
Cool.
Um,
So Ramos, how old are you?
39.
It's crazy, man. You look a lot like this guy that was just working with me, man.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, almost a doppelganger, a twin.
Really? I see a couple of tubes of caulk in the back. So what do you do?
I used to have a painting and repairs business, did a lot of drywall work, a lot of just general repair work in apartments, and that business failed for me.
Gotcha.
So where do you think we should go?
Make it right.
Make a right here?
Mm-hmm.
Won't this take us deeper to the ocean front?
It's gonna, but we're gonna go this way. We're gonna,
Okay.
We're gonna make a sharp right and then follow it all the way up.
Perfect.
And that should probably way, because if we go the highway, then we'll go a little long way around. So you had a drywall company?
I did, yeah, drywall and painting primarily, and it was painting primarily, and we did drywall work.
Gotcha. I got my girl to swirl. She's an artist and a painter and stuff. So I told her, I was like, I can't swirl, but I mean, I can teach you how to do it. And, just the basics and everything. What if I know? And she did it, and she took the broom and swirled a whole wall and a whole bathroom for us when we did a remodel.
Take a right here?
No, straight.
Oh.
So she actually was pretty good at it. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, swirl pattern is it's an art for sure.
Definitely.
But apartment work is the worst. I mean, it really is. They don't
make
pay.
it right.
They don't pay on time, and it cost me a lot of money. I didn't make any money. Matter of fact, there's a painter right there. I actually know of that painting company.
So how long have you been in the area?
Most of my life.
Okay. So you've always been home then?
It's pretty much always been home, but all over this area. So pretty much every city in this area.
7 cities, that's what they call it, 7 cities.
Yep. What about you? How long you been here?
This is probably, I've left and come back because my dad was in the military, but it's always been home. Make it a left.
Make a left.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's always been home. And Virginia being the Commonwealth, it's, one of those love and hate things because
they say once you end up in the trouble here, I mean, it's impossible to get out, and I know that personally because it took me the longest time to get out of trouble.
Definitely.
You had mentioned while we were at the bus stop that you had the stolen car situation. What kind of probation do you find yourself on now, and how are they with your living situation?
What do you mean by living situation?
Well, what do you think? What do they think of the fact that you're homeless? Do they try to help you at all?
The probation is now trying to help me as far as, because I just checked in there since I got released, which was on Halloween. I went to probation twice already, and we're going to utilize the resources because I have some PTSD and bipolar and ADHD, so now the government, I guess, is accepting that as a disability. So,
wow. What do you get the PTSD from?
Some gang affiliation from my childhood times.
You don't strike me as the type to be gang affiliated. You look like a nice guy.
I am a very nice guy until you push me the wrong way. But I'm trying to have a new outlook on life, 100%. So definitely.
Which way we're going? Straight?
Yes, straight. So yeah, I'm trying to change my ways and become a better person. What we used to say in jail, we used to say, we bang Christ.
Oh, wow. Straight?
Right.
Oh, yeah, because I'm about to say we're about to be all the way at the ocean front right there.
You're right. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to change my ways, and, I guess I really owe the not having a drug habit to my grandmother, because my grandmother was really, really addicted to pain medication, and I learned real quick that it was a real bad thing, before this heroin epidemic, and before all that even came to light around the United States. My grandmother, she would ask me to go get her pills, and I'd get her pills, and the pill bottle would be empty, and she'd say, give me my pills, and I'd give her, and I said, Grandma, it's empty. And she'd look at me and she'd say, all right, don't worry, JJ. She'd go right over to the damn wall and just break her arm right there, and she'd be like, okay, take me to the emergency room now.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so after witnessing that a couple times and seeing her struggle with that, you know, it actually helped me out because I never got into pills and I never got into, you know, anything hard drugs. So now the life of crime, though, I mean, I guess that always, you know, that's been my thing, which, you know, I'm trying to change now. But yeah.
Man, a lot right there that you just mentioned. You know, you say that you don't deal with the drugs because of what you've seen it do to your family. You don't have a drug issue at all?
I mean, I've done drugs. I'm not gonna say I'm the perfect angel, but like I said, I've never had an addiction problem. I've never had a problem like that as far as drugs go. No.
It's interesting that you say that because, you know, most people who are homeless, I equate that to an addiction. You know, if that's not your issue right there, being an addiction, what is your issue? How come you're homeless?
Well, we were staying at my girlfriend's dad's house, and he had a stroke while we were there about 3 Christmases ago, and he was, you know, he went from a perfectly smart individual that I looked up to the next to one day not even remembering his own daughter, you know, and it was pretty tough, you know, and my baby mama, my girlfriend at the time was, you know, she was worried about him, and she was the only one around here to take care of him, so we lived in his trailer, and long story short, we got evicted from the trailer, and they moved up to Pennsylvania, so the kids and everybody went up to Pennsylvania because that's where his family, his brother and her family are at. So I went up there. Well, I was down here and they went up there, and I was planning on going up there, and that's when I borrowed the car from you know, a friend and thought everything was okay. Like I said, I didn't break into the car. I had the keys, and you know, just bad decision. You know, not following protocol as far as, you know, checking to see if everything was legit and everything like that. I was just so anxious to have the opportunity to go up there that, you know, I second guessed it. And like I said, up there is when I found out that they reported the car stolen, and yeah.
The car was legit when you borrowed it, or was it a stolen car?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I thought everything was legit. It was,
you see these type of stories on cops where somebody's like, "Oh, I thought the car was legit," but you know they're full of shit.
Right.
You're saying in your case it might have been actually that.
Exactly, it might have been actually that. And you know, that friend of mine, you know, is no longer a friend anymore because of it. But you know, I don't blame her because she was pregnant. So now that I look at the, look at the foreshadowing details, I guess it could have been, it could have been something that was she just pawned off to me, but I don't know, like I said.
What about prior to this stolen car situation? What's your criminal history like? Like, is it extensive, or, not getting in trouble all that often?
No, not getting in trouble all that often, not at all. I had a marijuana charge, and I had a couple of petite larcenies, and that's about it. And a real bad driving record when I was in high school here. Between 2000 and 2004, I raced cars, so I used to make a lot of money just racing cars, with the Navy boys. I'd race every weekend, nitrous, turbo, everything you see in Fast and the Furious. I've been racing cars since before Fast and the Furious 1 came out, so.
Damn. All right, well, let me stop with that, and let's get where we're going.
All right.
So we found parking at, ironically, a thrift store, and now we're walking down
the beaten path.
this road right here. There's actually an abandoned Hooters right here, and this was kind of a long ride. I don't want to say it was a long ride, but it was definitely a ride long enough to make me think that, man, your walk has got to be pretty long.
Yeah, it's been taking a toll on me, but I'm motivated that I'm only going to be in this situation until I have to be, you know. I'm trying to look for work and trying to get back on my feet. I got something to live for, you know. I got my kids and my family to live for. So, you know, I got some motivation, you know. And like I said, I want to do better. I want to change my ways. So it's you know, it's something. It's one of my goals. And now that I got out of jail, you know, I'm definitely working towards that. So yeah.
Look like people post up right around here too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Smash my trash. Oh, I could have came parked back here, wherever the hell this is.
That's the DAV, that's the thrift store.
Shit.
Yeah, but over here it's peaceful, you know. You know, as far as everyone, when I say I'm homeless, the other homeless, you know, people around here, they look at me like I don't belong. I guess maybe that I don't know. I guess I'm not all the way down in the rut like they are, you know. And I haven't had you know, really good dealings with other homeless individuals because of that. You know, they think of me and they're like, "No, you can't be homeless," and you know, they're really standoffish, I guess. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, like I said, at least here, I am.
This is the park you were talking about?
Yeah, this is the park. So, yeah, like I said, you know, I stashed my clothes and some other stuff in the neighborhood over here, but you know, this is basically it, you know.
So this is just a park in a neighborhood?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, so we just came down this long road, right? We could have drove back here, to be honest.
That's why I said if you wanted to take that hard right, you totally could have.
Yeah, we could have definitely drove it.
There's a house all the way down there.
It's a house down there?
This is a private street.
Wow.
Yep. Probably one of the last houses out here like that, but you know. But you know, this is, believe it or not, the only thing it's good for is really peaceful, you know, because I don't have anybody to mess with me and no interaction with the police or anything like that, which a lot of the homeless people over here, like we said, with the drugs and everything, me just getting out of jail, hanging out with the wrong crowd, I could, you know, easily get put into a predicament that I don't want to get put into, you know. But usually I just, you know, I'm right over here at this bench.
So you sleep on this bench right here? Let's go over here and check that out.
So yeah.
Do people mess with you here?
Sometimes. I mean, you get the occasional person at night. But you know, for the most part, no. Thank God. God willing, no.
Is that your boot?
No, definitely not my boot. But as you just said, it definitely So yeah, you know, I just come out here and find peace. You know, this is like you know, my happy place. You know, when I want to get you know, away from everything else and you know, gather my thoughts and just, you know, keep on focusing on my plan and, you know, move forward. This is what I do, you know. So.
Well, let me get some stuff set up and let's film with you a little bit if you don't mind. All right, Ramos. When I'm talking with you and we're doing this, just focus on that camera.
Okay.
You ain't got to look at me over here.
Gotcha.
But I'll be like kind of all over the place with this shot right here.
Okay.
You know, how long have you been homeless for?
Just since October 31st, so I couldn't even tell you how many days that is. What's today, the 14th? You know, I guess I'm just like, I'm with the same kind of jail mentality, unfortunately, you know.
What do you mean by that?
I don't look at the days, I don't count the days, you know, I don't, you know, look at the, you know, don't know if it's Friday, don't know if it's, you know, whatever, because I'm just trying to make it, you know, to the next day and trying to, you know, just.
It is Friday, actually.
Is it?
And, you know, it's interesting because you've only been homeless now for A month? Not even a month.
Not even.
You said that while we were walking, that the other homeless people in the area, they look at you like you don't belong out here because, you know, you do look clean.
Definitely.
And I'm not just saying in reference to like a drug addiction, but also, you know, clean. You're going to Penn Ministries, washing your clothes, like trying to...
Sneaking onto to campgrounds just to take showers every night, a nice hot shower, and you know, so definitely, I guess I'm proactive when it comes to that. You know, I have before this 2 years that I was incarcerated, I had everything that you can imagine. I had a car, I had a family, I had a place to stay, I had everything, a fully furnished home, and now my family's not here, and when I was released from here, because they actually flew me down from Pennsylvania.
You were locked up in Pennsylvania?
Yes, for 16 months, or no, for 13 months, and then 3.5 months here in Virginia Beach.
So you got released from Virginia Beach?
Correct.
And it was when you got released from Virginia Beach jail that you were homeless?
Correct. So.
But if you were back up in Pennsylvania, would you still be homeless?
I don't know, to tell you the truth, because...
Isn't that where your family's at?
My family's out there, and when I say my family's out there, they're living with her brother right now. And the other brother, she has 4 brothers, and 2 of them are out there right now, and they're all living out of the same house. So cohabitating, you know, I guess, I don't know if there would even be room for me, you know. But that's, you know, what I'm trying to do now is just, you know, get my foot on the ground and establish myself again, you know. Because I had it all once before, you know. And I'm at the total opposite of the spectrum as far as that goes. I'm homeless. I don't have anything. I have what I have here. You know, when I got released, I had my sweatpants and just nothing. So,
I just imagine you're a level-headed, you know, person. You don't sound like somebody who couldn't figure it out.
Definitely. I did 2 years of college. I got my GED. So, like I said, I'm just a regular, you know, human being until, you know, I guess unfortunate situations like this where it's just, you know, it could happen to anybody, you know. It's not just something that, you know, happens to a certain, you know, type of person. This could happen to anybody, you know, and I guess the life of crime and everything, you know, as far as, you know, my situation, you know, sometimes it leads to, like, sometimes you lose it all. You know, you take for granted what you had, you know, when you had it. So, and that's a part of what I'm trying to do now, is trying to humble myself and trying to, you know, just make it again, you know, because it just sucks going from, like I said, having something to not having nothing. And like I said, it just humbles me because, again, you know, it could happen to anybody. And that's why I don't judge when I'm out there, and when I've always been a person that just doesn't judge anybody for who they are. You know, everybody has their own problems, and you know, accept people for who they are, and no matter what, you know, whether it be drug related, whether it be, you know, anything, you know.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room here to a certain degree. Work. Why aren't you working, and what is the situation with, you know, you working?
Well, because, well, I'm trying to get work as of right now, you know, and I've been trying when I got out, but the walking situation and the sleeping situation, you know, it's kind of puts a damper on that, but it doesn't stop me. I've put in my applications. It's not like but I only can go. I'm only able to do what I can in walking distance because you know, bus fare and everything like that is a struggle. Like I said, I have no help, so you know, it's only what I can, you know, apply to right here. But I've been, you know, trying to get assistance, and like I said, I worked. The first thing I did was I got out and I got food stamps, emergency food stamps, because of
Are they giving you those every month, or is that just temporary?
Every month for right now until, and then they're going to reevaluate me every month, I believe.
How much are they giving you?
$250 for a month.
A month?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not bad for just one guy. I mean,
Definitely.
It may not be a whole hell of a lot, but at least it's keeping you fed.
Definitely.
Because I was going to ask about food, and again, We see the bags that you have right there, and you've got food in those bags.
I do. You know, now what the hardest thing was, you know, bus fare to get to the places that I needed to go, like the Department of Human Social Services to get the food stamps, you know. When I first got out, all I had was a pair of sweatpants and the T-shirt that I had when I was released from, and just, you know, walking and spending my time, you know, maybe at a Food Line or whatnot. You know, a couple people give me $5 or a couple dollars here and there, and I'll hit the thrift store. And like I said, slowly but surely, I've been, you know, baby steps, getting what I need. You know, because before I didn't even have 2 days worth of clothes, and you know, now I've been blessed, and you know, but little by little. And, you know, I guess prioritizing between when I do get $5 or $10 here from somebody random, what do I do with it? Do I do a bus fare, or do I, you know, buy some clothes with it? So, you know, I'm just, you know, reevaluating my life, and, you know, trying to prioritize what I need to, you know, what I need to work on now, what needs to wait. And so that's where I'm at, you know, but
if you had a job with steady income coming in, you know, I don't know what your work ethic is like. I don't even know what you do. What do you do?
You know, jack of all trades. Like I said, I used to race cars when I was a kid. So when I was here before incarceration, I used to do antiques. I used to sell antiques. I would go to estate sales, and I'd buy anything old. You know, I had stuff from the 1700s, you know, money from the 1700s, 1800s, you know, anything. I've sold Picassos before, believe it or not.
You've sold Picassos? That's a little hard to believe. I just got to be honest.
Yeah.
A Picasso is probably like $1 million paintings.
No, you would think so, but his later works, some of his later works when...
You're talking about like prints?
Huh?
Were they prints or originals?
No, they're original.
Oh, wow.
And it was just one. But when I found out, I thought I hit the jackpot, you know, and I paid $2,000 for it, I believe, because she didn't believe it was real either, and ended up getting it and finding out that it was one of his later works. And as Picasso in his later age, he was, you know, poor. I guess he went bankrupt basically, and every time he would go to like eat at a restaurant, he would sign his name, or he'd ask for the napkin. When the waiter would come for the bill, he'd say, "Give me a napkin," and he'd draw a little sketch and he'd sign it, and that's how he would pay for, you know, some of the stuff.
That's interesting. I really want to look into that, because I mean, that's just intriguing to me. But forgive me for jumping in here. I don't want to lose this. You say you bought this painting for $2,000. What did you end up selling it for?
$6,500.
Oh wow, that's a nice little come up right there.
Definitely. Like I said, that was my niche. I don't know how you want to say it, but yeah. I tried to get in the military when I had my first daughter, and they put me on a waiting list, and I just had to do something, so I had to pick up something, and I picked up antiques, you know. So I was doing that for 10 years, you know, before that. But my buddy owns a flooring company, and all my friends, my friends that I had before, you know, they're pretty successful, you know, but they come with their baggage as well. But you know, I did flooring, tile, a little bit of everything, you know, a little bit of electrical. My dad was the electrician, so I'm a jack of all trades. But yeah, the antique thing was what I really loved, because it was like it was like a treasure hunt every time I would go. You know, these estate sales would be from Thursday to Sunday, and that would be my work week, is Thursday to Sunday. And then other than that, I would go to the thrift stores and, you know, but I mean, anything antique. You can go from spoons, silver spoons, to paintings, to war memorabilia, books, toys. I mean, you name it. It's such a vast, you know, array of things you can get. It's not just something that, you know, it's just one thing. So it was pretty cool. Like I said, jewelry. My buddy owned a jewelry shop, Tidewater Gold and Diamond, and yeah, you know.
Well, let me jump in here a little bit, because I don't want to just stay on this one topic.
Yeah.
You know, if there was something that could help you What do you think the number one thing is that you need in terms of getting off of the streets? Or just name some things. I know while we were riding, you said, man, if I had a bicycle,
Yeah.
I could get around better and not have to worry about bus fares so much.
Exactly.
You're in a prime location. I mean, my God, where you are, there's plenty of work out here if you want it. I'm sure that it can be found.
Definitely. You know, at this point, you know, I was thinking once I get with all my paperwork as far as the Social Security and a couple of the I have an appointment with the Housing Resource Center, which if they can't help me out with, you know, I think they have apartment style living for single, or I guess single homeless people. If I can't get in there, which I have an appointment on Monday, then like you said, I'm probably gonna just, you know, go over to Home Depot or Lowe's and just wait in the front of the Home Depot and Lowe's and just ask, you know, these construction companies, hey, look, can I, you know, work for a day, or you need any laborers, or, you know?
I don't know how this is going to sound. Don't take this the wrong way, but me and Brett were talking about this idea. You know, holding a sign, not panhandling for money, but literally panhandling for work. Homeless, willing to work, take me with you. I think if you held up a sign, I'm not saying you need to do this or, you know, to do this, but it is an idea. I think that if a person did something like that,
you'd be picked up in a heartbeat, I would think. You would think, right? I mean, it definitely is. Definitely have a point there. You have a good idea. You know. Now. Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Look, I'm going to give you a couple of dollars for doing this interview with us and this introduction. I'd like to, you know, follow up with you and keep tabs on what's going on with you and see if we can kind of follow you a little bit to see where you end up going from here.
Okay.
If there's any way that, you know, we're able to help through this video work, then of course I want to see that be possible. Maybe a bicycle, you know, could be one of the things thought of first.
Definitely.
But, you know, you're traveling around with all of your belongings, which are that backpack and those bags right there. And I mean, literally, that's all that you have to your name since being released from jail.
Right.
On Halloween of this past month.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, I don't think that it's going to be too hard for you personally to get out of the situation that you're in. I mean, what about like an Oxford house or something like that?
You know, I'm more just a hygiene person, so I can't deal with, you know, people smelling real bad and stuff like that. I just, you know, like here, I find my serenity, I find my peace.
Do you want to be homeless?
No.
I just
not.
asked that, and don't take that the wrong way. No. I mean, maybe some people, you know, I'm going to give you my honest assessment of what I think of your situation. And again, please don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be a lot more upfront with people, because a lot of times I feel like I just bite my tongue or I don't say certain things. But I see a guy who can get out of the situation that he's currently in. But sacrifices are going to be needed to be made to do that. You know,
Definitely.
I think you need to be open, or you should at least consider being open to any and all possibilities. I mean, you're going to Penn Ministries. I think you really should consider a halfway house, an Oxford type of place, even though it's a sober living thing. You know, if it was me and I was in your current shoes, I would do any and everything possible. Hold up a sign, you know, take me with you to work. I'm willing to work. I just need some help.
No, I think you definitely have a good point on the sign, you know, panhandling for work. I mean, that's definitely, like I said, made me chuckle. But at the same time it made me chuckle, I kind of, you know, I would have to, you know, swallow my pride a little bit, which I'm willing to do now. You know, like you said, I'm not trying to be in this situation for the long term, you know. So I guess, you know, building up to that, you know, holding up a sign and actually, you know, making it and standing out there, you know, I guess it would be hard for anybody, because I mean, but you know.
What if we could help you find some work? Would you be opposed to that?
Oh yeah, no, I'm willing. Believe me, if I could get a job right now, I would. You know, no matter what it was.
I can't guarantee like what it would be, or you know, if it wouldn't be much more than just some day labor here and there, but at least it would be a start, and it would be an opportunity for us to continue to work with you, especially to showcase, you know, what's your work ethic like. We're just meeting you. You know, if you've got this strong work ethic, man, that's another step in the right direction for you getting off of that bench.
You can ask Brett. You know, Brett's been doing these crazy jobs like he's at right now, and
wait, where's he at right now?
well, I guess he's in Newport News, and a guy chopped down all of the bushes in the back of his his backyard, and I mean, Brett, I don't know how he got the job. I mean, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely a lot of work there, and
you're opposed to going and helping him?
Oh, I've already helped him one time.
Okay.
And we did a pretty good chunk of it, and I guess the guy needed to get a chipper, and that was the thing. They're just going to take the chipper and just throw all the stuff in the chipper. And then Brett just called me yesterday or the day before that, and he's like, man, just to get that stuff in the chipper is pretty hard. But
wow.
I know it's nothing impossible. Like I said, which I'm about to call him up now and tell him, you know, hey, if you need help, then I can help you out. Because, like I said, we got it in. You know, like I said, work is not. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I don't mind doing work, whether it be hard labor or, you know, whatever. You know, I'm just that type of guy. You know, as far as, you know, with the family, that goes back to having a family and then 4 kids. You know, you do what you have to. You know, when there's a problem as a father, you have to go out there and solve it. And you know, that's what I'm good at. You know, being a father. That's what I want to get back to. That's why, you know, I don't see myself being like this for the long term. Is because, again, I want to get back to being a father. I want to get back to being the family man that I was. You know, if anything, my kids are my life. You know, and that's what I want to be. That's what I want to be with. You know, so.
I'm going to leave it with that.
Whatever I do accomplish, you know, even having that person to, I have nobody to even talk to as far as, you know, as far as my accomplishments go, you know.
Man, brother, hey, you're singing to the choir right there, man, and that's why I'm enjoying getting back to working with people and featuring them. Ramos, pleasure, brother.
Definitely, always a pleasure.
Hey, I'll be in contact with you soon, and we're going to see where this is going next.
Definitely, which I hope for it to be, you know, some change, whether it be a little or whether it be a lot, you know. Definitely look forward to our next visit.
Ramos, take care of yourself, man.
Yep, have a good one, man.
I'll talk to you soon. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, so we just got an opportunity to meet with Ramos and hear his story and hopefully put that together in a really compelling, good way. I'm actually getting ready to take that walk back by myself right now. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about where I parked my truck at. So hopefully my truck is still there. But yeah, shout out to Ramos for sharing his story with us. And a couple of things that I want to say in regards to his particular story. I haven't heard a story like his before where it's not drugs and it just seems to be, well, I can't really put my finger on what exactly it is for why he finds himself in the situation that he's in. Maybe it's just bad luck, you know? But I want to say this as well. I do feel like there are some excuses that he's making, this and that, and hey, whatever, to each their own. But if you're in a situation where you have absolutely nothing and you were at rock bottom and you were as homeless can be and sleeping on a park bench, man, nothing can be off of the table. So I gave Ramos $40 for that video right there, for that interview. And he says he's gonna put that toward bus fare. You know, it's just a hard one to wrap my head around in terms of why his situation is as tough as it is right now. But I told him I want to follow up with him, possibly help him to get a bicycle. He mentioned that a bicycle would be helpful for him getting around. But more importantly, I want to see him work. He mentioned that he worked with Brett once, and whether we can accompany a situation like that, whether it be Brett or whether it be our buddy Matt with the junk removal. I'd like to see him out there working and showcase what his work ethic is actually like. So anyways, let's go make sure our truck is okay. Good deal, truck's still there. Nice. No tickets, no tow truck. All right. So there's an abandoned Hooters right beside me. I would show it to you, but there's a guy that's posted up over there right now, and he's probably in a screwed up situation too, but I wanted to just go check out the Hooters. Yeah, man, I think Ramos was a nice guy, and maybe something could be done to help him get out of the situation that he's currently in.